You know, we had a choice when we didn't have anybody to sponsor us. Then we were allowed to go to Paraguay. Okay, to Paraguay they didn't need sponsors, and and you know what your mom says? I'm not going to Paraguay.
Good
I
for
said,
her.
why not? It's too hot there, he says. And she was right.
Yes, she is.
She knew the temperature from
Yes.
what she
She is
was
very hot.
learning, and she says it's very, very hot there, the temperature, and I cannot stand the heat.
Oh, maybe that's where I get it from.
I think so.
I
Yeah,
can't stand heat either.
yeah. No, that's true. I found my uncle, Uncle Abraham Plett. He is now buried in Winnipeg. They came to Winnipeg, and I found him, and he said, "You have relatives in Canada." I said, "What?" "Yes, 3 brothers. Cornelius was in Yarrow, BC. Henry was in Lethbridge, Alberta, and Peter was in Gem, Alberta. And I chose Peter. I sent him a letter and asked him to sponsor us because they were on a farm, you know, and I figured, well, that would be the best way to get into Canada, you know, and it was too. He sponsored me, and it wasn't too long, about 2 months later we got the papers from Canada that we were allowed to, and then we had to go before a council, you know, a Canadian council, and then he and Ursula knew the language, you know, English, and she said to him, I understand that people that were in the army cannot go to Canada. My husband was in the army. He told them she didn't want to go to Canada. She wanted to stay in Germany, you know, and I don't blame her for that, you know. And I watched the council, and he was smiling, and he put his hand around his face so it wouldn't show so much. And then he said through the interpreter, Mr. Plett, do you want to go to Canada? I said, yes. Okay, he said. And he walked out of the room. And then I said to the interpreter, now what? He said, you're going with the first ship.